That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Isn't that weird?
That's weird, man.
It's strange.
What's up, campers? Welcome back to episode 163 of Camp Trent. I'm your camp counselor, Alex Tobin.
And I'm their camp counselor, Gooseberries.
And we're back to bring the spooky, wacky, weird, strange, and trains.
Ooh.
And before we do...
Choo-choo.
Before we can catch up on any of the weird news you may have missed, David, we are officially back to our normal programming.
Yes,
a week
we are.
late. A week late, but we are back. I feel like I'm still too busy, you know?
Oh, man, it just keeps piling up.
Is it tax season? I've been doing my taxes for like 6 months.
Yeah, that's the fun thing. You never stop.
Yeah, if you're doing them right, you never stop doing your taxes.
You,
So I'm
you give and you give and you give and they take and they take.
But before we get into the weird news, David, do we want to announce any winners?
We can if you'd like. You don't even know who the winner is.
No, I don't. David took all of the brackets. I mean, I'll let you explain it.
I did
You
all
explain
of
it.
the work.
This is your fucking idea.
Yeah, I did all of it. So the grading scale was you get 1 point in the first round for correct answers on the monster bracket. Second round, 2 points. Third round, 3 points. On until, and then if you had like the winner, I think it was 6 points. And through that grading scale, we had a clear winner, and our winner was Amanda Ring.
Oh, okay. Well,
Who is one of our listeners who has even made custom shirts of her own.
oh, that's right.
Yes. So I feel like that's a good win for everybody.
It goes to a noble
hardcore fan.
Noble fan, noble cause, noble fan.
We don't have many hardcore fans, but that's definitely one of them. And so congratulations. We will be in contact.
Yeah, we will be in contact. Now we just got to find out if we can get a bunch of our hair together and make it into a doll or something like that. What do you guys like?
I think she might have been the one that replied saying if we did carve a boat out of a tree, she wanted it.
Wait, what? When did we ever say we were going to do that?
Yeah, we said it.
David.
Better get to carve it.
I live in LA. They barely have trees here.
I know, it's my burden.
Well, the canoe will be ready and once I'm done with my taxes, really.
Yeah, which never end.
Which never. But we'll be in contact. We got to figure out what we're going to do. But till then, we got to catch you up on some of the weird news you may have missed. And David, since Halloween is right on the cusp, we are recording this on the 26th. I feel like I haven't watched enough horror movies, but this is spooky enough to scare anybody. As Karen Halloween display removed after a Karen complained to City Hall.
That's just giving them what they want,
Well, this is the whole thing that I was kind of like delving into. I had like a little bit of a psychology. I don't know what you'd call it, but I was like being mad about Karen material that is not aimed at you. Literally can be like you don't have to be a Karen. You're you're self-insulting yourself. Like
throwing yourself in front of the bullets.
Yeah, you're like identifying as a Karen. Like I don't get it. Like all you have to do is go, haha, sucks for Karens. But then there's people who go, that is fucked up. Like what? But apparently okay, so this is what I love is that they have a picture up. This is Karen's garden. And it's just a scarecrow in a very nice garden. Orange flowers. There's pumpkins. There's a broom. But, but it's wearing a shirt that says, "May I speak to your manager?" And it's dressed in like normal clothes with the scarf. But they put a fucking mask on it. And it's that Momo face. Do you know what Momo is?
Yeah.
Wait, look. Wait, look at this. Look at this
I
shit.
know exactly what that is.
I gotta flip this around. It's like the worst thing. It's so bad and it's terrifying. And it's just funny that like they went to the lengths to go to the fucking city and be like, no, this is not okay. This is not allowed. Like, this is what?
Oh man,
come on! Like, have a sense of humor about anything. It's like not even aimed at you if you don't complain.
The oppressors become the oppressed.
Yeah, I mean, well, we all want to be the oppressed a little bit, right? Poor me. Poor me.
Oh yeah.
I'd kill to be oppressed.
People hate me because I killed someone.
Now I'm oppressed. Oh, I'm in jail. Feel bad for me. No, this is in Prosser, Washington. So
okay, Northwest.
Interesting. Can I speak to your manager? That's so fucking funny. But yeah, obviously people are loving this. I want more. Can you make somebody take down a Halloween decoration?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. No, because I've heard of stories where people like.
Oh, I've seen the ones
hung like a body, and people kept calling it in because they thought it was a real dead body.
Yeah, I saw one where they took a trash bag and they filled it with shit, like, I don't know, something, and then they wrapped it in duct tape in like certain sections where it looked like a neck and shoulders and legs. Yeah. And people were like, "Is this too far for like a Halloween decoration?" Sure, I get that. I think people could be disturbed by it.
Yeah. Think about the children.
True, but also like, I don't know. It's Halloween. I mean, I don't want to do that. I want to do something a little bit more like when I get a little bit older and I have a house. So when I'm like fucking 70, when I get a house, I'm just gonna stand out nude on the lawn.
It's a good idea. That's like, terrifying.
But like with my arms like stretched
covered
out,
in blood.
Yeah, like I'm like a goblin. Like they're all outstretched. Not gonna.
Well, most goblins are nude.
It's 100% true.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
Accurate, man.
No, but I think what I would really do is like have like a lot of like cool, like kind of, not R-rated, but like definitely PG-13. Like
whoa,
like a lot of blood and stuff, and that'd be cool.
So
like, what are you talking about?
So much blood.
What's your problem? Anyway,
I was thinking about making like a large wooden cutout of the Mothman. Mm-hmm. And then installing like red lights for the eyes and then putting it like on my roof.
Oh, you got time for wood cutouts, but not a boat?
Okay. That's like an afternoon activity, not a lifelong chore.
You're right.
But then I was like, the more I thought about it, I was like, how am I going to attach it to my roof? I'll probably do a bad job doing that and it'll like fly off.
That's realistic.
And then I just like got back on the couch.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, to be honest, I think I like live in Fantasyland where I think I would really decorate my house, but I'd be like,
every
down.
Every year around Halloween, I'm like, this year I'm gonna make it real spooky, and then I don't do a single thing.
You don't even carve a pumpkin?
I bought 2 pumpkins, and they're sitting in the garage.
I had to say, as I get older, carving pumpkins becomes more and more of a chore.
It's not fun.
I want a child around just so I could carve the top of the pumpkin and be like, clean this out. You know what I mean?
I think I just have to retire on the last pumpkin I carved, which was Jason Derulo from the movie Cats.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, it didn't really look good, but that's what it was.
Well, that movie didn't, so it's kind of accurate, I guess.
I was trying to be spooky.
Well, I think,
It was too hard carving the Dame Judi Dench, the Dame Duty Dench, Dame Duty Dench licking herself in the crotch. That was too hard to do.
Yeah.
So I settled with Jason Derulo.
Oh. So, what a cringe monster.
I thought it was good.
Very spooky cringe monster, that man.
Yeah, most people didn't. I don't think anybody guessed it correctly.
No, probably not. It's an obscure pumpkin. But you still have a couple more days, so, try to make it. Try to get a pumpkin. Get a pumpkin carved. Post it.
So the next person that breaks into my car can smash it inside of my car.
That did happen when I visited.
Yeah, you were here to witness that. Yeah, someone rifled through all my shit. Took my sunglasses.
They only took his sunglasses. They left the dollar bills in his center console.
And now it's pouring, so have fun with my sunglasses, assholes.
Idiot. Fucking
dumbass.
idiot.
Should have taken the raincoat.
Anyway, so that's that. Do you have a story?
Oh, do I? Oh, man, this is just poetry. Florida attorney who opposed state helmet laws dies in a motorcycle crash while not wearing a helmet.
He wasn't wearing a helmet on a motorcycle?
You assumed it was a guy.
Oh, it was a lady?
I don't know. It's blocked. I can't read it.
Why did you
Yeah,
leave
here
me
it says.
with
It
that?
says. He
Wait,
said.
wait,
It
wait.
says. It says he wasn't wearing a helmet. I can at least see that through the ads.
I like how I said he wasn't wearing a helmet. You go, you assume it's a guy. I'm like, okay, it wasn't. And then you're like, no, it was a guy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. He didn't pull through.
Well, that sucks. But I feel like I thought it was more of a he was arguing. I kind of saw that scrolling through, and I thought he was arguing for like a bike law, like a bicycle law.
Motorcycles.
And on a bicycle, I'm kind of iffy. I'm like, oh, maybe I should buy a helmet. Like, I've seen a lot of people have been like, a helmet saved my life. And I was like, I feel like I should get a helmet.
I feel like it always, I mean, I would say always wear a helmet, but I know for a fact that I don't always do unless I know I'm going to be, doing flips and stuff.
Yeah.
But if I'm going for a nice casual ride on a bike path where there's no cars and stuff, like I don't worry too much about it.
Yeah, but if you're around vehicles. But what
9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times I wear my helmet.
Well, I was going to say, I sometimes question wearing a helmet on a bike, but like on a motorcycle, I sometimes question if I should ever even get on a motorcycle, let alone without a helmet.
Okay. Stop right there.
What?
How many times have you been on a motorcycle?
No, I just mean like I look at motorcycles and I'm not saying that like I'm not saying someone's offered to fucking give me a ride. I just mean like every time I see one, I go, oh man, a motorcycle would be kind of cool to ride, and I go, the risk doesn't seem like the risk outweigh. Oh my god, I can't. Dame Duty Dent.
Dame Duty Dent.
Duty. Sometimes if you fall off your micro, I almost just said sometimes if you fall off your microscope. What the fuck am I talking about, dude?
We
I
knew
have
this
a
first
brain
episode back was
tumor.
going to be a little rough, okay?
Sometimes when you fall off your motorcycle and you hit your head, you get a Dame Duty Dent right in your forehead.
Exactly. There you go.
So I'm just saying it's so dangerous just to get on one because like there's
Death
like cars
machines,
around
man.
you. You don't have like anything protecting you. That I would never even get on one without a helmet.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, well, that's ironic, and that's his legacy, which sucks. But well, I got a story.
Okay.
Iranian man who didn't wash for half a century dies at 94. It's our guy.
Death, taxes, and Tobin doing the same news story that I had.
Well, wait, this is
we talked about this guy.
Yeah.
Right? You did a whole episode about him, didn't you?
No, I don't
think
think
you did.
No, we talked in length about it.
Okay.
But I think it was like on a Kyle episode too. But yeah, it was years ago. So he made it a few more.
Yeah, 94, right?
Yeah, 94.
Impressive. And showered in 50 years.
Oh, I'd love to squeeze his face, see what comes out of it.
Oh, you'd probably get some like magnets, Jolly Rancher or two. Too good shoe.
Amen, brother. Put two hands on that face.
Yeah.
Squeeze away. But yeah, so this guy, yeah, he's dirty. He
was dirty. He's probably cleaner now than he's ever been.
Do you think? Oh no, they can't wash him now.
I'm sorry, but if they're doing an autopsy, there's no way they're not at least hosing him off.
The guy's like, I'm using the fucking magic eraser. Nothing's coming off.
You need a chainsaw to get through that crust.
It's gonna be like the scene from Dumb and Dumber where he has the giant sander on his toenails and like sparks are flying off.
Oh yeah.
His toenails actually look pretty good, honestly. Do you think he bites them?
Probably.
I don't think he has teeth, actually. I take that back. Holy shit. Why would he brush? Imagine if he
Gums
brushed his teeth and didn't shower.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's smoking 4 cigarettes in one hand. That is so crazy.
And they're all ones he found on the ground.
4 quarter cigarettes.
We saw that guy in Portland.
4 quarter cigarettes equals 1 whole cigarette. This guy's cool, though.
Yeah, he was.
He still is. Wow. Attempts to bathe him or offer him clean water to drink made him sad. What? Why is
Not
that?
angry, just sad.
He's like, did you really just fucking offer me a bottle of water, dude?
On my day off.
That's fucked up, dude. Offer me 4 cigarettes, please. But
half cigarettes.
I mean, I question now. I'm like, I tell people to wear helmets, but this guy's fucking smoking 4 cigarettes in one hand. Is it okay to smoke cigarettes if you live till 96?
Science says yes. Does it say how he died?
Choked on a cigarette. No, I'm joking. Let me see. He died on Sunday.
The Lord's Day.
He told the outlet at the time his unusual choices were down to emotional setbacks when he was younger. What? Aww.
Oh, that's sad.
He didn't shower because of emotional. Years of not bathing had left him with skin covered in soot and pus.
Oh.
His diet has consisted of rotten meat and unsanitary water drunk from an old oil can. Dude, why does it have to be an old? I feel like this guy's a character. This guy's like really leaning into like his dirtiness.
He was a method actor who got lost in the sauce, man.
Oh wait, this is Christian Bale. Holy shit! No, but
Daniel Day-Lewis?
Why did he have to drink from an old dirty oil can? Like, if somebody was like, "What's the dirtiest thing you could drink out of besides like a jock strap?" I'd be like an old dirty oil can.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he hadn't washed or brushed his teeth for 35 years.
So did he have any teeth to brush, though?
Didn't look like it. Yeah. Definitely not maybe in the first couple of years. Wow. Anyway, R.I.P. What's his name? Amu Haji.
Yeah. Because he was in, like, Iraq, right?
Iran.
Mm-hmm. One letter off.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Anyway, lived in a brick shack. Right.
I got one more.
It's a brick. Shack. Okay.
Shack.
What do you got? Give me something good.
A man pretending to be dead on TikTok gets his first paid role playing dead on CSI Vegas.
Oh, that's sick.
That's awesome. So happy for that guy.
Yeah, that's really good. What is he? He just turns on his live and just like lays there.
I think what he does is he sets his camera up, hits film, and he goes and lays down. Like, he sets the shot up, goes and lays down for a few seconds, and then gets back up, and then just cuts him moving out of it.
Oh, really? And he just has like a bunch of TikTok videos in different places around his house, like laying around dead.
Yeah, I'm seeing photos. He's all over the place. There's one that's like an aerial shot, and he has like blood, which is pretty impressive.
Hey, that's my front yard.
That one says day
Lots
30 of playing unalive until I'm cast in a movie or TV show as an unalive body. And then there's another picture that says day 280 of playing unalive until I get cast in a movie or TV show as an unalive body. So he went it.
You can't
almost
say
went a whole year.
And you can't say dead on TikTok because they'll fucking like take down your video or something.
Yeah. This one says 321 days.
Holy shit.
So I wonder how far he made it until
not that it's hard. He just films himself laying down for a second and then he posts it.
But he does it every day.
I could do that every day.
Do it.
No.
That's what I thought.
I don't want to.
But at the same time, like, CSI Vegas got to fuck this guy over because now he can't really. They kind of just
typecast.
They kind of killed his thing though, because now it's like
his whole goal was to be in a movie.
Yeah, but now what? Is he just done doing it?
Well, like
starting the clock over.
Well, how long did you want him to do it before he got into a fucking movie or a TV show?
Until the final one that is actually him dead.
Yeah, I was about to say, now he could be like playing unalive until I'm actually unalive.
Yeah.
That could be his new gimmick.
Yeah, his funeral.
Local man dead. You're like, oh, he didn't get to... Oh, he did win it. He did get to fulfill his dream. That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Just an American hero.
Don't give up, kids. You can You could play a dead person on TV too.
You can do it.
Follow your dreams. Seriously. Well, I think you're caught up in any news. Should we just get into these stories?
Oh man, haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, I know. Now we have to tell a story. Wait, Bigfoot just came back with a machete. He's in my story. He's chopping up Mothman.
It's not over.
He's not over. He's back. No, but
I'm scared. I forgot how to read.
Let's be honest.
It's been like 3 months.
You never do how.
Not well.
Okay, well, let's just get into these then. Okay, here we go. Now, David, are you a big train guy?
Love them.
See,
it's a great excuse when I'm late to work because there's a train that goes right by work, and when you get stuck there, you're gonna be late.
Okay, that's
Sometimes I pray for it at lunch. Get to just turn the car off and sit there.
How long does that train go by?
Oh, it takes forever.
Really?
Yeah, when they start going through like residential areas and stuff, they have to go down to like 2 miles per hour. Really slow.
Yeah. What about the band?
I don't know.
You know them. Drops of Jupiter. And now she's back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter. Yeah.
I would have expected an older band.
Oh. No, they were like around. This isn't even about them. Why the fuck did I bring them up?
I don't know. I thought that's where you're going with this.
They were big in like the late '90s with that song, and then they kind of like.
I'm surprised there wasn't a band in the '50s called Train.
Oh, I see what you mean.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I thought you meant like that song came out so long ago. You thought they were an older band, but like you heard like "Hey Soul Sister" more recently.
Is that them?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Pretty fucking cool.
That's just... All right.
Well, this isn't about them at all. See, trains, one of the first forms of mass transportation, and still used today as an effective way to make you late for work as they pass through your morning driving route. Hey, predicted that. Well, today, I want to tell you the story of someone who had a love-hate relationship with these iron workhorses, as today we delve into the story of Szilveszter Matuska.
Is this the monkey story I already did?
No.
All right.
No, it's not. Not the one that pulled the lever at the train station and it got paid in fucking beer.
I mean, how does it feel to know that you're like doing like a story on the same topic that's like there's no way it's going to be better than the one I did? Like, does this one have monkeys in it?
Valid point. No. But I'll let you decide at the end. I mean, it's hard to it's hard to compete with a drunk monkey pulling levers and a guy with no legs as his boss. I think his legs got run over.
Oh yeah, that's why you got to hire a baboon.
Yeah. So, after World War I, the situation in Russia was not good, especially in Hungary.
Still not good, my friends.
Well, real bad here. This is going to sound familiar. Between the riots, protests, economic stress, and the country's political parties being more divided than ever, and the president resigning, the people of Hungary were very distracted by all the chaos. What they didn't know, though, that there was a man by the name of Szilveszter Matuska who was about to create even more mayhem. So there's very little information known about the childhood of Matuska besides the fact that he was born in Siberia in 1892. So it was a while ago. You know, trains were... when was a train invented? When was train invented?
It was invented in 1582.
1804.
Fuck. I got the numbers jumbled.
There's no 5 in there.
There's a 4 though.
You're right. Hey. So
I was thinking more when they were up and actual functional, you know?
Yeah. There was the idea of a train.
Yeah.
You know, but not. They just didn't know how to put gasoline in it yet.
There are no tracks.
There's no coal.
It just kind of kept going.
So this was 1892. So trains were just in their heyday at this point. They had 80 years under their belt. So as the years progressed, Szilveszter's interest in building things grew to the point where he decided to study mechanical engineering in school. Unfortunately, though, after he graduated, he was not able to use his degree the way he intended to, as he was forced to work under the Hungarian army. Classic war times still happening. So with the end of the war, he went to Vienna, where he looked to start a normal life, which he did as he began to work and invest in his earnings. So just a normal guy, tried to invest that money. Any money sitting in your bank account is not accruing. You got to risk it for the biscuit. This guy, real good investor.
I love Vienna. One of my favorite places in the world.
You've been?
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
You just eat the sausages out of the can.
That too.
You like those?
No. Not the canned ones. I don't like anything out of a can.
Beer.
Unless it's an oil can.
Oh, dirty oil can.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, unless it's fresh water. Fuck that shit.
No, I mean, no water's fresh, if you know what I mean.
I'd rather have soda.
Oh, man. I'd so much rather have soda than water. Water's disgusting.
Anyway, Szilveszter, like I said, making money, earning money, feeling good, feeling great. Szilveszter even got married and had a daughter. Oh, even better. But soon, everything changed the day when he gifted his daughter a toy train set. Now, I can't corroborate this. This was only in one of the stories where he actually gifted his daughter a toy train set. I believe it, but I don't know if this was the catalyst that set this off. Okay. So it is said that Szilveszter returned to his birth village for a Christmas celebration, and this was after he bought his daughter the train set, or during. It's like, it's Christmas time, so it was around that time. I don't know what happened first, if he went to the village first or if he bought the train set first, but his mind was on trains, baby, and he went back to his birth village, celebrate Christmas, where he noticed a loosened bolt on the railroad tracks as he walked across them. Seeing the loose bolt, Szilveszter unscrewed it all the way and popped it in his pocket. He then waited in the bushes nearby as the train approached, but to his disappointment, the train did not falter one bit. I don't know why you would think that. It was like 1892. I would believe that if you removed one bolt from a train track, that it might just completely explode.
You got to think about the integrity, man.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing about railroad tracks, that was a thing. People used to steal parts of railroad tracks because they can
I still do.
They can sell it for scrap metal, melt it down and shit like that.
Yep.
So sometimes there'd be parts of train tracks missing. Big disaster,
Well, while we're on kind of the topic, is it true if you put a penny on the railroad, it'll kick the train off, or is that a myth?
That's a myth. That's people put quarters and pennies on a railroad track because if you do that and they run them over, they'll get flat as fuck.
Yeah, but I just thought it would. I thought it would kill the man.
Have you seen Final Destination when the train goes by and that little chain whips off and it cuts the guy's head off?
Oh yeah.
I think it's Sean William Scott. I think it cuts his head off.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I miss that guy.
He's still around. So it is said that he tried again only a month later, this time placing an object on the tracks, but the conductor spotted the item in time and stopped the train, foiling his plan once again. Szilveszter clearly wanted to sabotage a train for some reason that was unknown, and he finally thought of a way to do it. You see, Szilveszter was a manufacturing chemist, I guess. Guess he made chemicals.
Okay.
He took.
Someone's got to.
Yeah, someone. Man, it's fucking crazy. I just saw a picture the other day of a radiologist hand from the early 1900s.
Yeah,
and it is
holes.
Just decayed.
Yeah, a bunch of bones.
Imagine with this guy, he's probably just taking fucking mercury and just pouring it in his eyeballs or some shit like that. Loosely handling radon or something. It's crazy. I feel like there's shit nowadays that we do. I mean, like, look at asbestos. Like, people were just like, there's like asbestos plants where what they make out of it.
It's painted on the ceilings.
Oh, I just read a fucking article. There's chlorine buildings or manufacturing plants where people were like making chlorine, using asbestos and like fucking breathing it in, and everyone's like getting cancer and dying.
Yeah,
I was like,
asbestos is not good for you.
In like 2022, it's like, what the fuck? Anyway, so we're gonna find out like Sunny D is poison. Get ready, guys. How much Sunny D did you drink in your life? Then be like, every bottle of Sunny D, take out 5 years. You're done.
I don't think I had that much.
Lucky. You get to live till old age. So, like I said, he was a manufacturing chemist. As such, he had access to various chemicals, including some which were volatile, as well as the knowledge of how to use them properly. So Szilveszter's first successful crime was the derailment of the Berlin Basel Express train, the Basel Express train south of Berlin on August 8th, 1931. Szilveszter began to use explosives such as ecrasite or ecrasite to derail trains. I looked up what ecrasite was. It's just like something that's like super volatile. Like, with like
just add heat and it goes boom.
Yeah, kind of. I think something like pressure or heat. It's like if it has any kind of friction, I think it like kind of goes boom. And during the first week of 1931, the Basel Berlin Express ran over an explosive device which had been placed on the rails. So like I said, he put it on the rails because I think it needs that friction, and once it gets that friction, it just pops, goes boom. Seven carriages derailed, resulting in the deaths of 9 people and a further 60 were injured, while other accounts claim no deaths occurred, but it was only injuries. So one said there was 9 deaths, the other one said there was no deaths, but they can all agree on the second train that happened. But regardless, like I said, Szilveszter was not satisfied with this, literally or figuratively, because you see, it was said that
he
the
didn't
motive.
Bust.
What?
He said he wasn't satisfied.
Yeah. What did you say?
It didn't get him there. He didn't bust like that conductive powder.
You see, it was said that the motive behind these crimes was not political like the police suspected after finding a defaced Nazi newspaper at the crime scene, but that instead it was suspected that Szilveszter was gaining sexual satisfaction from watching the train derail and crash. And unluckily for anyone and everyone in Hungary, Szilveszter was one horny bastard. When they found that defaced Nazi newspaper, what do you think was defaced about it?
They erased Hitler's mustache.
How did
they made it? They turned into a goatee.
Well, I was thinking that he might have used it in a different way.
Oh, like he ejaculated onto it?
Okay, why did you have to say it out loud?
I said it medically.
Oh, well, I love when my doctor's like, you've been having a lot of headaches lately? I'm like, yeah, like in my lower, like upper back, like kind of in my shoulders. He's like, have you tried ejaculating on a Nazi newspaper? I'm like, yeah. I haven't, actually. Well, medically, it is proven to cure headaches. So, Szilveszter's second and most notorious successful crime was the derailment of the Vienna Express headed towards Vienna as it was crossing the Bajtorg. Oh no! Bajtorbagi. Bajtorbagi?
The Bajtorbagi.
This does not sound.
Oh no!
Does not sound like German. Bajtorbagi. 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 I can't get it to sound German at all.
Well, maybe it's not a German word. I mean, look at California.
Austria.
Half of it's in Spanish.
What's that?
I said maybe it's not in German because you look at California. Half of the place in California are like Spanish.
Yeah, but I think like Vienna and like Hungary and Austria are all like very heavily. I think they only speak German there.
The Bohemians.
Oh, it was near.
No, they don't. They don't speak German in Hungary.
No,
they speak Hungarian.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, this was near Budapest. Okay, yeah, it was closer to Budapest.
Oh, Budapest.
So it was near Budapest, heading towards
Budapest.
Vienna. So you're right, and he is Hungarian. It wouldn't be. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so like I said, this was the Bajatorbagi Bridge near Budapest at 12:20 a.m. on the 13th of December, 1931. Szilveszter carried out this crime by placing, they said, numerous sticks of dynamite. So he might have like upped the ante a little bit, but then I also saw it might have been that same substance, like cyrate or whatever I called it, ecrasite.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was dynamite or ecrasite, but he put an explosive in a brown fiber suitcase, which detonated at a viaduct due to the weight of the train. So causing. So I'll just say a viaduct is the bridge that you see like in Harry Potter, you know, the ones that have like the kind of half circles underneath and it goes over like a river. It's the bridge where it looks normal on top and then it kind of has like the half circles going underneath. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying.
Classic European train bridge look. You've seen the Harry Potter scene, you know.
You've all seen it.
You've fucking seen it, man. They took the explosion out of the Harry Potter movie, but it happened. So they're over a viaduct, and it exploded due to the weight of the train, causing the engine and 9 of the 11 coaches to plunge into a ravine 197 feet deep. Oof. The passengers from the rear car rushed to the fallen in a rescue effort, but were hindered by fires. Many of those who survived the initial fall were burned to death in the wreckage. Not good.
That's not a good way.
Szilveszter was discovered at the scene of the crime, covered in blood he had smeared on himself. He smeared someone else's fucking blood on himself. But due to the fact that he claimed to be one of the surviving passengers in first class, he was released. 22 people died and 120 others were injured, 17 of them severely.
I mean, that's at least it's smart.
Yeah. What?
To put the blood all over you and say,
yeah.
What?
No. I was just
camouflage.
I said 22 people died and 120 others were injured, and you're like, well, at least it's smart. I'm like, what were?
No, I said at least he was smart.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he was smart too to plant a bomb on a bridge. He was like, yeah, how do you? He was the first one to do it, I think.
Could have been.
No, never did. Yeah, he was too busy jacking it and rubbing blood on himself to.
He's playing with his own train.
Jesus, I know. No, it was more of a. He was playing with the caboose. Fingering the caboose. Oh, what? Was he ejaculating on a newspaper? So, an investigation launched into Szilveszter's claim by the railway found he had not. Oh, so here's the thing. He wasn't really like a person of interest until he decided to sue the train company.
Oh.
He was like, I'm suing you. And they're like,
let's look at the manifest.
They're like, wait,
you weren't on the train.
And he's like, wait, I don't want to sue you no more. I changed my mind.
I was walking by and just a chain came and took my head clean off.
he's like, I don't want to sue you no more. Just give me the newspaper. I just want to go home. No, don't take that newspaper from him. Can I please can I have the newspaper? So an investigation launched into Szilveszter's claim by the railway found that he had not been a passenger on the train. Additionally, a coat had been found at the scene, which was stained with ecrasite. So I don't think it was dynamite. I think it was just more ecrasite.
I feel like dynamite would have been harder because if it's a compound that explodes on contact or friction or whatever, like you just set it up there. But like dynamite, you got to put a timer on it. You know, you got to have the wick. You got to time out.
You make a great point.
Light it.
Yeah, and it was in like a suitcase. Yeah, I think he needed something that like you applied pressure and it exploded. So I think it was the ecrasite. And plus, like I doubt that, I don't know. Okay, now I gotta check. When was dynamite invented? That was probably way earlier.
Oh yeah, way earlier.
Trains?
No.
How did trains? 1866. They said like trains were like in 1804. I thought I guess they just didn't like blow holes in mountains yet. Probably trains.
No, didn't they have dynamite in the fucking Civil War?
When was the Civil War?
1776.
1861 to 1865. So literally right when the Civil War ended, somebody was like, hey, here's dynamite. And they're all like, oh, fuck. What was this? Where was this?
Asshole, we could have used this.
No, they had cannons and gunpowder and shit like that, but I don't know if they had dynamite. Huh. I mean, I'm just going off what Google's telling me, but
yeah,
they said dynamite. The invention was made in 1866. I mean, gunpowder's been around forever.
Yeah.
Like ancient China had gunpowder, like so.
Yeah.
If you just put enough gunpowder into a sock.
I wonder if they had dynamite. I wonder if it wasn't like a trademarked item.
You're right.
Till that time.
Yeah, they just called it a boomstick.
A willy whistle.
A squealing Pete.
A redneck ranger.
A tube of terror.
I don't know.
Wiki flicky.
The stick that make no dick.
The dick stick that erased the dick. So, anyway, so like I said, they launched an investigation, found that he was not there, and they found a coat that was stained with a crassite. Hey, buddy, I don't think that's a crassite on the fucking coat.
No, sir.
It ain't stained with a crassite. Stained with something else starts with an E, buddy. It ain't a newspaper neither. So the same explosive used to derail the train, obviously. The coat was traced back to Matuska, or Szilveszter, and investigators visited Matuska at his home in Austria, at which point they found more explosives as well as a derailed maps of the railways in several countries. He was arrested, extradited to Hungary, and placed on trial. I thought it said placed on a train. I was like, get the motherfucker off the train. Don't put him on the train. He just got a boner the whole time. Get him off the train. What are you doing? No more trains for this man. No,
yeah, this guy needs to be behind bars.
I cannot tell you how impressed I am that like these 1930, when was this?
Oh no, not this.
1930.
No, not the dates, not the dates.
Fuck. I got a crass side in my throat. I'm just so fuck. Help me.
What's happening right now?
Help me. I'm just so surprised that these 1930s detectives were like, here's a coat covered in your crash site. And they're like, let's trace this back to a man. Like, if
drop the coat, it blows up the police station.
if I found a sweatshirt outside right now, there is no way I would be able to find the owner of that.
If I found a wallet outside and the ID was in there, I'd be like, I don't know.
My wallet now.
Throw it away.
I recognized some of those guys on the green pieces of paper in it, so I took those back to my house, and I found out they're all dead, so I kept them. That wallet I threw in the gutter.
Fed that wallet to my dog.
But I just, I'm so impressed, Like, I was like, and then, of course, like, they showed up at his house, and they're like, hey. And the guy's like, ooh, I got a bunch of fucking bombs in here. Like, that also had to happen, which is a lot more likely because I don't think anybody in 1930 who was committing crimes thought that the police were just going to fucking show up at their house in a completely different city. So they probably just kept all their bomb shit everywhere.
Just right on the kitchen table.
Oh, we'll just step over that. That's the wife's bomb. That's not my fucking bomb. My daughter bought that at the fucking store.
Got a real gopher problem.
My daughter bought that. They cut to his daughter. It's just Bomber Man.
It's like the 50s cartoon, like of the guy with like the shady trench coat and hat.
Oh no, I was thinking of the video game from.
No, I got what you were saying.
Oh yeah, you're okay. Well, I don't get it.
That's the twins bomb, and it's a spy versus spy.
Oh, there we go.
Classic.
Good reference.
I used to love those
big
guys.
bomb with a wick coming out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sphere of sickness. What do they call those things? Black orb of
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
I'm trying to think of like nudes dynamite names, but for like that kind of bomb.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
The black orb of fat sores.
The automatic strike bowling ball.
I like that. Yeah, they found a bunch of bombs at his place and put him on trial. Szilveszter first claimed he attacked trains because the railways did not utilize the safety precautions he had invented. Shut the fuck up.
So now I just got to kill everybody.
That's like a guy like fucking, cutting the brakes on people's cars because they didn't, and he invented the seatbelt. And it was like, you didn't, I warned you, fuckers. But during trial, however, he claimed a hypnotist named Leo had left a hypnotic suggestion in his mind to cause his desire and crashes. When asked more about Leo, so he may be brought to testify on his behalf, Matuska revealed Leo had died some years before. Oh, how convenient. Would you blow him up? He later embellished upon his hypnosis defense, claiming Leo's disembodied voice had ordered the attacks. The judge asked Matuska if he had any mental illness, to which he replied, I have never been able to discover whether I am crazy or not. I consider, though, that I am an Avenger sent by God. Oh, I've missed him in the Avengers. Which one was he? Which one was he? Was he? He's like, Avengers, assemble. It's like Thor. He's like, oh, and like Captain America's like, Iron Man's like, and this guy's like jacking off and running on a piece of newspaper and with a bomb in his left hand, and he's just fucking like,
he's got the Hitler newspaper like attached to his face to hide his identity.
He's like, fuck you, Corvus Glaive. Black obsidian, feel my wrath. Anyway, so yeah, sent by. Okay, so I'm an Avenger sent by God. God is responsible for everything in this world. I am his servant as much as the Archbishop of Vienna. The motif of my exploits was to draw worldwide attention to the growth of atheism and godlessness. I hold Paris responsible for the wave of atheism. Paris started it all. Paris is the hearth of the anti-God propaganda, but I have proven that God has still something to say in this world. How, motherfucker?
Oh, boy. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously there's no reason. There's no rhyme or reason to what he's doing.
Well, do you think that was like do you think that he actually thought that, or like was saying, well, my thing was, it's really, trust me from experience, I know this, it's really hard to get up in front of a courtroom and tell people that your crime is for sexual reasons.
Yeah.
So this
they
guy
might be more understanding though. Sometimes you got to bring that bold truth in.
Yeah, not 1930s, maybe like 2022, no. But like still people go like, ew, gross, like what the fuck, like you're into trains crashing. But if some guy's like, I'm cuckoo crazy, blah, 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 look, God told me to do this, he might get a little bit like, he's kind of crazy, we'll put him in a psychiatric hospital and maybe he'll get better. Down. Because especially back then, they just like put you somewhere for 5 years and then they go, oh, he's acting normal again. He's definitely not going to go do this. And you're like, eh. So also probably his wife and his kid were there. And he's like, remember that toy train set that went missing that I got you?
Remember that train set that kind of smelled funny the next day?
I lost some of the cars. It's ironic where the caboose ended up, I tell you.
I'm still passing the rails.
So the prosecution argued the explosions were based on sadistic intentions rather than mental illness or a desire for revenge, a point Matuska seemed eager to prove. The Border Cities Star quoted Matuska as telling the court derailing the final train, quote, was the greatest thrill I ever had in my life. I danced for joy when I heard the screams and moans of the wounded and dying in the mass of twisted iron and steel. I had longed for such an experience all my life, end quote. Yikes. Matuska was initially sentenced to death for his crimes, though according to the Philadelphia Inquirer in 1935, his punishment was commuted to life imprisonment due to a technicality. I think that he said, if I get extradited to Vienna from Hungary for like these other crimes, you can't give me the death penalty. And I think that was like an agreed upon thing, so they gave him life imprisonment. And most would think that would be the end of Szilveszter, but reportedly, Szilveszter Matuska escaped from jail in Vac, I guess it's a city, in 1945. According to some reports, he served as an explosives expert during the later stage of World War II, when he was borrowed from the prison for 17 days, then returned. The problem being that he was never returned, though. And some people believe that Szilveszter Matuska died in the war and was buried in a mass grave, but there are some theories out there that he survived and went on to fight on the communist side of the Korean War, which is kind of a weird theory to have. But whatever may have happened to Szilveszter, I just have to say this: make sure to check out your window the next time you're on a train. And if you see a guy pulling his pud in the bush on the side of the tracks, maybe it's time to jump off.
Just getting it ready.
Jump off before he gets off.
I'm just warming up my Vienna sausage.
You better get off before he gets off. Yeah, open the can of Vienna sausages and see what happens. But yeah, so that's
just draining the liquid out of the can now.
That's okay. So that's the story of Szilveszter Matuska, and seems like a big old piece of fucking shit.
What a big steaming piece of dog shit.
Just my opinion, but yeah, don't do that.
Alrighty, Tobin. I gotta say, it does feel weird to be doing this again.
It does.
But let's give it a swing. See if I can figure out
I
how
got
to
through
read.
it, no problem. Come on, you got it, dude.
I also frantically wrote this and didn't proofread it.
There's a lot of screaming in it. Just frantic screaming.
You know, I feel it's only right that I start off coming back from, I wouldn't call it a hiatus, but you know, coming back to what we used to do with one of my favorite topics. Can you guess what that topic is?
It's either monkeys or aliens.
Monkeys.
There we go.
The story begins all the way back in the 1950s, where a Japanese primatologist, set out into here we go. Arashiyama, I think I got that right. The Arashiyama pine forest outside of Kyoto, Japan, to study the Japanese snow monkeys.
Oh, I love those fuckers. Are those the ones that take like they like sit next to the hot springs?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, those things are great. Is that the one that was like fat with no arm? The one that's on TikTok?
You sent that to me. I didn't notice he didn't have an arm.
I didn't even send that. I think Jared sent that, but
someone sent that to us.
Yeah, I had seen that, but it might be a snow monkey. But they're very cute. I don't know if they are vicious though. I don't know.
Where the story goes south is that the studying scientist made the number one big bad boy mistake when it comes to studying wildlife. He got too involved and started to support the community of snow monkeys, doing things like providing food. This is an obvious problem for many reasons, and all of these problems certainly showed up. The small group of monkeys kept eating and fucking, and before they knew it, the small group of monkeys, I think they call them troops, actually. The small troop of monkeys had multiplied beyond anybody's knowledge, but it was believed that there were close to 450 of them.
Wait. So you give a monkey a mango and a baby monkey pop out?
Yeah, that's the math. That's the equation. That's the monkey mango
the
formula. Also known as the MMF.
Monkey mango formula. Two monkeys plus one mango equals another monkey.
Three monkeys.
Separate. New monkey.
Do monkeys have one baby, or do they pop out a couple of them like a dog?
You know what? To be honest, I've never seen a monkey give birth. They might come out in an egg.
I think it's just one. I think they just pop out one.
I think because they're so close to humans.
Yeah.
But
But
they could have twins.
Triplets.
Oh, and twins.
Octomom.
You ever seen that Budweiser commercial where they go, and twins, and they cut to the snow monkeys?
Yeah. Yeah. Drinking Budweiser.
Eating a Carl's Jr. burger, and then another monkey pops out?
I feel like you're just describing me now.
I saw you eating that Whopper in your car.
So, that's good.
He ate the Nightmare Whopper, everyone. He ate the fucking
No.
Nightmare Whopper. It is a
No, I
Halloween-themed
didn't.
Whopper.
It is. I think most people know my obsession with the Nightmare Whopper. I spent like 3 hours trying to find one when I lived in LA. Never found one. And Tobin had sent me a link showing that Burger King currently has a ghost pepper Whopper, which I'm a spicy boy, I like my spicies. And it has an orange bun with black poppy seeds on it. Not poppy seeds.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Sesame seeds.
Sesame, yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Well, they got those
I
like
enjoyed it.
jalapeno chip things too,
No,
right?
ghost pepper chips.
Whoa. Yeah,
Delicious.
David sent a review.
Filmed it and everything. It was
Apparently
good.
it's pretty good. How did it treat you afterward?
It was fine.
Okay. That's a huge factor too. But you guys heard it here first. We are not sponsored by them, but
I also eat like radiated sewage most of the time, so most things don't bother my body.
yeah.
So this group of 450 monkeys grew too large and ended up splitting into two monkey factions because the overpopulation. There's too many. I guess it's pretty common, at least with these monkeys, that there is like the main alpha, like El Presidente, leader monkey. And so the troop got too big, so they had to split into two.
I love this. Already. This is great. I love a good monkey. It's West Side Monkey Story.
So there's another problem about overpopulation that I haven't entirely highlighted, and that would be food.
Oh no, they gonna eat each other.
There's no way this scientist was able to provide food for that many snow monkeys. So the monkeys did the only thing they could do.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's not cannibalism.
Oh,
I
actually
wrote
thing.
that.
That's my
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I'm the cannibalism guy. All my stories
Yeah.
have cannibalism in it.
Yeah, no, this
Would you eat a monkey?
again, no.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
So before anyone knew what was going on, there was blood, fire, and war in the suburbs of Kyoto as the hordes upon hordes of snow monkeys ravaged the city for their food, beer, and cigarettes. I made those last two up. I don't know.
I was gonna say,
It's not impossible, but I don't think
they're food, dirty oil cans, and cigarettes.
quarter cigarettes.
Quarter cigarettes.
So the Japanese government, not sure what to do about this situation, took to arms. And the real Planet of the Apes broke out. Soldiers were forced to turn their guns on the snow monkeys with no remorse. The people weren't super happy about this. But luckily, by this time, the year is 1972. And the world is...
I thought this was in the 1950s.
It started in the 1950s. At this point, now that we're at 72, that's when like the population got out of control.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So yeah, by this time, the year is 1972, and the world is in better communication than it was before. And instead of killing every last monkey, the people of Kyoto reached out to the world to see if anybody would be willing to relieve them of their monkey problem.
Only if we were alive in 1972.
What is the max, realistically, what is the max number of snow monkeys you would take?
Do you mean like me as like a diplomat for America, or for like my own personal domicile?
You right now, Alexander Tobin, in the place that you are living. Nothing changes. If the note came in the mail right now and it said, how many would you like to take?
one baby monkey.
One baby?
I would take a baby so I could like teach it to live inside of an apartment, not to like I don't know if that's fucked up, but like I don't think I could take an adult monkey. That adult monkey would be like it would grab a gun and use it on me. Like I have to teach this. I got to teach this baby monkey love and peace and prosperity, not the savage world of Kyoto wilderness with mangoes and
You can't let it get in the streets.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be an innocent monkey. What about you?
I think if there was like a tax write-off or something and I had the ability to like put up a fence from my roof to my treetops to my fence and like actually contain
You're gonna
them
build
in
a
my
fucking
backyard.
like terrarium in your backyard?
No, I'm just saying if I had a way to make my backyard enclosed for them.
Oh, okay.
I'll take 3.
You got a nice little park with some trees across the street. You should just let them.
That's true, but that's not really.
They could be
that's not
outside
really-
monkeys.
That's not for me to be given to monkeys.
But like outside monkeys, like outdoor cats, they're not bothering no one. They come back
As
at
long as they
night.
come home.
Yeah, you got the nana. You just gotta make sure. Just put up signs. Do not feed my monkey. It belongs to me. Just hang them up around the neighborhood.
Do not overfeed my monkey.
Well, do not give it one mango, or there will be an issue.
The whole town's gonna have monkeys if you keep giving them the goddamn mangoes, Carl.
I see.
I have you on my security footage. So I'm not sure how many people replied to Kyoto's plead of taking the monkeys, please. But there was one particular man who did.
Tim Stokes.
South Texas rancher Edward Dryden.
Ooh. Of course, it's a Texan.
Oh,
little crazy.
Edward saw a lucrative opportunity because who wouldn't want their own Texas monkey ranch hand
sanctuary?
And so Edward flew 150 Japanese snow monkeys to his ranch in Dilley, Texas.
150? Oh.
He flew 150 of them to his ranch in Dilley, Texas, and started to attempt to wheel and deal his monkeys.
Are there any monkey doctors in in Texas? I mean,
oh, I'm sure. I mean, there's zoos.
You're right. I didn't really think about that, but snow monkey.
But man, that's just you take 150 of them. Like at least one's gonna be sick at all times.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know how much food that is? Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, he was planning on selling these.
Oh, I see.
But what Edward did not expect was nobody wanted his Japanese snow monkeys. Edward tried his best to cage the monkeys until he could figure out what to do with the 150 of these little bastards. But there are many things that separate a monkey from, let's say, cattle. And that is opposable thumbs and big enough brains to understand how cages open.
Oh.
Without warning, these monkeys were being spotted around the town of Dilley, often being confused with the great
Chupacabra.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Whoa.
Edward continued to try his best to contain and control these monkeys, but Edward would end up passing away just a little over a year of receiving them.
What?
Leaving them with his widowed wife.
Yo. That's
such a husband move.
It really is.
For a fact that she was A, not on board with this idea, or
No.
B, had no idea this was going to happen in the first place, which I think is just really, really funny.
I just see him at the table, like kind of like smirking as they eat their steak and potatoes, and he looks at her and she's like, "What are you laughing at?" And he's like,
He's got potato in his beard.
Hey,
Look, that one's eating with his feet.
Elmer, what's so funny?
Edward.
Oh, I just guessed it. I just said Elmer because it sounded more country. Edward, what are you grinning at over there, Edward? Hey, Gladys. Yeah? What's your favorite animal? What's your favorite animal? Is it a monkey? Because I got him. I got 150. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. Seriously,
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
Nothing I could find. This was a hard story to do the research on because I got a lot about it, but not no refined details.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even know what his wife's name was to that extent.
She was like, leave me the fuck out of this.
Yeah,
She's like,
she probably had nothing to do with it.
She didn't want to be in the newspaper because she had to walk around with a pistol and 150 bullets.
A trank dart.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, but still, that problem's still there. Well, okay, what happened? Is there an end to this?
Oh, yeah. There's still a lot to go. With the escaped monkeys, it is known that not many of them did return. And, of course, many of them died due to, just not knowing their new surroundings.
This is the desert.
Yeah. But some survived and continue to grow in population. So, there was a certain percent of them escaped and took off. Some of them were still at the ranch. Mm-hmm. So not all of them escaped. A lot of the ones that escaped did die, but there's still a good amount of them that survived and figured out how to survive and reproduce. Mm-hmm. Having wild monkeys living in Dilley, Texas started one, if not the only open season on monkeys on American soil.
No way.
One account reads, 2 nursing mothers were blown apart with another surviving monkey who was left with just a stub of an arm.
Wait.
All had been shot a few feet outside of the monkey ranch's fence while snacking on deer corn that had been spread as bait.
That's fucked up.
Spawn camping's not cool. You don't do that.
Did they say nursing mothers?
Yeah, so they killed 2 mama monkeys that had baby monkeys. And then blew one's arm off.
I'm horribly depressed.
I know it's awful, but I couldn't leave it out.
I like how I did the story about the fucking people on the train burning to death, and I'm like, that guy's jacking it. And then they're like, 4 monkeys died. I was like, I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out. I can't do this. I'm in a horrible depression spiral now.
The duality of man.
It really is. Well, those people on the train probably did something horrible.
Yeah.
These monkeys did nothing but steal some deer corn and live their life out in Texas.
It is sad to see that the folks of Dilley were forced to open fire, but at this time, the 150 population had grown to at least 600 wild monkeys.
Ooh.
And, these monkeys were smart. They could, open doors, open cages. They were eating the crops and became a unstoppable force to the town folk until, firearms got involved.
Why do I not know about? That's crazy. 600 monkeys running around a town in Texas?
Yeah, some small little South Texas town.
Shit.
One thing I have to point out is how drastic this environment change was. You take snow monkeys from Japan, and it doesn't really fucking matter what country they're from, but the fact that they are snow monkeys and you slap them into South Texas, those 2 places could probably not be any different. Many of the monkeys faced struggles with the climate differences and new predators such as coyotes and rattlesnakes. It was said that the monkey leader and his companions, like his vice president, chief of staff, whatever, were mauled to death by either a bobcat or cougar. So the monkeys, after...
That's a little bit more fair. Animal on animal crime.
Oh, yeah. That's completely fair. Because, seeing that, the monkeys learn quickly to use rooftops and trees to stay safe. Because I believe... these monkeys in their natural habitat in Japan, I don't think they're super climb heavy. I think they just kind of walk around the ground and go in hot springs.
Yeah, I was gonna say they kind of look pudgy compared to other monkeys.
They're not swinging from branches and stuff until now. After the world was told about the monkey hunt, people of the world were outraged and shut it down. With the help of donations, many of the monkeys escaped. Oh no, sorry. Many of the escaped monkeys were caught and transferred to a new, more suitable sanctuary.
Oh, thank God.
But in 2016, the original scientists who started this whole shitstorm from Japan went to visit the monkeys that remained at the ranch to see the ones that, never ran away or anything like that. The scientist was blown away how much the monkeys had evolved to survive their new home. Their coats had changed. They got thinner because of the heat. Mm-hmm. And
they were snow monkeys. Now they're fucking desert monkeys.
Yeah. And their overall size of the snow monkeys had noticeably changed.
Really?
They'd gotten way bigger and bulkier and like buffer.
Whoa.
And that was possibly, to help them with fending off like big cats, rattlesnakes, and coyotes. Mm-hmm. So to this day, some monkeys still live on the South Texas ranch. I couldn't find a name for the ranch, maybe because they don't want it to be known. They don't want to make like a thing of it. And very rarely, to this day, in Dilley, Texas, someone will file a report seeing one of the wild Texas snow monkeys running around.
It's like it's a new cryptid, but a real cryptid.
Yeah. You know what? It honestly reminds me so much of the Hawaiian chickens.
What the fuck's that?
The Hawaiian chickens.
What is that?
So the story goes that a huge storm had hit the islands of Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And it's not all of them. I'm trying to remember. I know it's at least on Kauai. Mm-hmm. But the storms came and destroyed all the chicken coops. And the chickens ran into the jungles. And to this day, if you go to Kauai, they're everywhere. They're like pigeons.
Oh, really?
And I was recently in Kauai for my honeymoon.
Oh, we get it. You're married.
But I was talking to someone a local there, and they were telling us about how it was at a goddamn, what do you call that? Like a big outdoor garden. What do you call those again?
Arboretum.
Yeah, it was at like an arboretum. I got a tour because my wife loved the plants, and our guide was telling us that he had some biologists there a few years ago who were saying that they're studying the chickens in Hawaii because they have technically evolved to the point that they are not the same species as like the common chicken.
Oh, really? Yeah, because they have to like kind of survive out. They're not just like docile walking around just eating. They're kind of like fighting. They're maybe they could fly longer or something.
They can fly further, and they basically have no meat on them. They're just muscle, so you can't eat them.
Oh.
So there's no reason for people to like be hunting them because they're not a source of food anymore.
Yo, that's kind of crazy. I was gonna say that'd be like nice to have like free chicken wherever you went, but yeah, that kind of defeats the purpose right there.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so weird.
Yeah, and so like I don't know if anything's actually been officially published, but they were saying that like, yeah, like it's a new species of chicken now.
Muscle chicken.
Buff chicken. Dwayne the Chicken Johnson.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Chicken Schwarzenegger.
There you go.
Chicken Schwarzenegger.
All right, that's the end of my story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that concludes our first story back. Aren't you guys happy we're back?
Please listen again.
We're back in action.
Please come back.
Come back. We're back. But thank you guys so much for listening once again. We're back. We're doing it. We love doing it. We love when you listen. We love when you love it. So if you guys want any more information, go to Camp Strange Podcast on Instagram. Click the link in the bio for all the links to merch and where to listen to this. You're already listening to it. Why the fuck do I say that? If you guys want to send us anything via email, you can send it to campstrangepodcast@gmail.com and rate, review, subscribe wherever you can and share it with a friend. Why not? It's fun. I think that's it. Amanda will be in touch. And David, do you have anything to say before we head out?
It's good to be back. I feel like I did a good job, like, as I would browse through, like, social media when I would see something that I thought it was interesting. I think I did a good job saving it, so hopefully I've got a good well of stories to dig out of for upcoming episodes.
I am the opposite, so I'm fucked. But I always work the best when I'm backed into a corner like a monkey.
True. You're like a mongoose.
With a piece of deer corn.
When I first read that part, I thought they said they had a deer torn. It was a dead deer they tore open, so the monkeys were eating the deer.
I thought that's what you were gonna say too. They're eating like a deer carcass, and I was like, "Whoa, that's so metal." But
I should have said that. That would have been cooler.
Yeah, a little bit cooler, and more justified. Like those monkeys were ripping apart deer. That's not okay.
Yeah,
they had to be stopped. Anyway, David's already said his thing, so I'll end it with don't forget to stay strange.